Hello everyone, this is Miss Smith, and in this video I will show you how to create your visuals assignment for the course. So we have to do a semi-formal report, and so what I've done is made the visuals assignment such that you can use that assignment in your semi-formal report. So let me show you what to do. Sometimes students have gotten a little confused, so hopefully this video will clear up any confusion. So this is your assignment overview for the visuals assignment. Okay, you have to perform an O-Net search, and we use O-Net for our career analysis, and you're performing an O-Net search of the career field of your contact person for your job shadow. So whoever you're shadowing for the semi-formal report, you want to perform an O-Net search for their career field. And then what you're going to do is you're going to create a table based on a particular section of your O-Net search, your work context section. Okay? To do that, you're going to set a base percentage based on the information that it gives you in work context. And then, like I said, you're going to create a table in Microsoft Word, and you're going to make sure that that table is a well-designed visual. So let me give you an example. Okay? So let's say we are on O-Net, and we'll go to that here. And let's say we are shadowing an accountant. And so we're going to type an accountant there, and then we're going to do our search. Now let's say this is the one that we want to look at. Let's just say this is the closest to it. There are a variety of different things there, but let's say we click on that first one. And what you can do is here in the top navigation bar here, you can just go straight to work context. Now the reason that I am telling you to use work context is because the work context section is the only one in everything that we have from O-Net that includes percentages. And that lends itself to being used in a table. It just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, so let's click on work context, and here we see that 5 items out of 21 are displayed. Do you see that? And so you can click the plus sign so that you can get that exhaustive menu, all 21 items. And so now when I say set a base percentage, that's going to be based on what the results are in your work context section. And so in your table that you're going to create, you want to aim to get at least 5 entries. And depending on the percentages and how they fall, you may want to set that base percentage at 90%. So you may have at least 5 items that's listed there for 90%. Or you may need to go down to 40% to capture those 5 items that you need. So let me show you what I mean. So if we just look over this really quickly. 81%, 81%, 78%, 79, 91, 71. So we have a good bit in the 70s. And so we only need about a good 5 to put in there. So let's see, maybe if we go 82, 3, well, we can go ahead and include some of the 70s just to make sure that we have enough. And so let me show you an example of what I mean. So we want to, let's say our highest one here is 91%. And so let's say we're going to create a table starting in ascending order. Now we're going to open up a Word document. We're going to go to Insert and Insert Table. And in this table, we're going to need probably, let's see, probably 2 sections. Okay, and then let's see, maybe about a good, maybe something along those lines is what we'll need. Okay, we may need a couple more, but we can always add a few more if we need it. Okay, and so let's say here, this is our percentage of job duties. Okay, and this one is the work responsibilities. Okay, and actually let's switch these, and that just makes more sense to do that. So let's put work responsibilities here, and let's put percentage of job duty. I keep leaving off that J. Okay, here we go. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to put in the information from our work context section. And so we knew that first one was at 91%. So we can go ahead and put in 91% here, but we have to make sure that we get the name right. And so let's go back to O-Net. And so 91% indoors, environmentally controlled. Okay, and so we'll do indoors, environmentally controlled. Okay? And so what you want to do is make sure that you're either working from the highest number to the lowest number, or from the lowest number to the highest number. Okay, I'm just starting in descending order with the highest to lowest because 91, that was the only one that I saw in the 90s. Okay, and so now after that, let's see, the next closest one would be that 81%. And we have a couple at that 81%. Okay, and so 81% of people believe that the importance of being exact or accurate is important to being an accountant. Okay, and so let's do another one here. Importance of being exact. Is that what it said? Let's look again real quick. Importance of being exact or accurate. Yep. Why did I doubt myself? Or accurate. Okay. And that was at 81%, I believe. Okay. And then we had another one at 81%. Let's just go for it. Why not, right? All right. Another one at 81% was telephone. So the job duties include using the telephone every day. All right. So we'll put in telephone. Okay. Whoops. That's not the right one. There we go. Okay, and let's say you're going to get two more to put in here with it. And I think based on our work context, we're now moving into the 70s. So we may need to put a little bit more. If we're basing it at 70%, then we want to include 73% and 71%. But let's say we're just basing it at 75%. Let's just say that's our base. And so we could just go ahead and add these really quickly. The importance of repeating some tasks. Let's put that in. Oops. Okay, and then I think there was one more that would fall in that 75%, and that looks to be electronic mail. Okay, email. You see what I'm doing? I'm setting a base percentage, and I'm just putting in everything that is at that percentage or higher. Okay, and electronic mail was 78%. Importance of repeating some tasks was 79%. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that in. And again, you are going to do this based on your own ONET search, okay? But you're going to do pretty much the same thing. So now we have a table here. And of course, we can highlight the top part here, and we can go to the home page or the home tab, and we can make this a different color to make it stand out a little bit more. Okay, we can make this bold. We could do a lot of different things to make it stand out more and look more like a table. But what we want to make sure we do, we want to make sure that we include at the bottom source. And with that source information, we want to put the in-text citation for where we found this information. So we want to give credit to ONET. And so let's go back here. You'll remember, hopefully, from our career analysis assignment that we did recently, that I told you how to find that information. So here, on our ONET page, what you want to do is scroll down to the very bottom of the page, and underneath the social media icons, you see this little link that says Cite this page. Click on that, and this is what you want to use. You want to use the MLA citation. So let's just copy all of that, okay? And I want to show you something also. You'll notice that the citation begins with the set of numbers. And the set of numbers is just how ONET categorizes everything. So this is that same set of numbers, and that's how they categorize accountants. It's within their system. It's perfectly fine if you use that full citation that begins with that set of numbers, or if you want to replace the numbers with the actual search word or search words, then you can do that as well. Okay, so let's say, and I'm just going to move down here and put the full citation that I just copied. But let's say instead of the numbers, I want to actually put accountant. Okay, again, you can do that. Just make sure whatever that the term is, the keywords are, that you use those keywords. So this is the full citation, right? Because ONET just gave that to me. The in-text citation will be however your full citation begins. So this full citation begins with the word accountant. And I have one too many C's in there. Okay. And then that's your in-text citation. Now, the full citation goes on your references page. You don't leave it here, but you want to move that to your references page. And you want to make sure that it's there, because remember, you fall into plagiarism trouble if you have a full citation but no in-text citation, or if you have the in-text citation but no full citation. Okay? And of course, if you just chose to use the set of numbers, you would put the set of numbers here. However your full citation begins, that is how your in-text citation should look. Okay? And so you should be able to match your in-text citation to the very beginning of your full citation. Okay? And so I'm just going to delete that here. One other thing we want to make sure that we do, and I probably should have done this before I started typing, but you want to make sure that you put in a title for your table. Okay, and so hopefully we're going to be able to do that. Let's see if it's going to let us move everything up. Let's see. But you want to make sure that you have a good title here for your report. For your table. And so it needs to be a descriptive title. And so you might write something like work context at 75% or higher for accountants. Something that's descriptive. And this table now goes in your introduction. It should be at the end of your introduction. It comes after you have already written your purpose statement and your industry background. Then you want to plug in your table. Now, of course, you can create your own type of visual. If you wanted to do something different other than this, you could certainly do that. I suggest this because it just makes your life a little bit easier. It is a visual, it's a table, and you're using information from ONET, and then you're giving that proper citation. And so I suggest that you go this route, but if you want to do something different, then that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you are naming the graph or the table, and that you are including the source information, and make sure that you have that full citation for the source information on your references page. And you should more than likely use ONET online to get this information. Okay? All right, hopefully that has been helpful, but if you have questions, please let me know.